Hello and welcome to another Ice Cream Sunday. This one is obviously a bit different to my usual ones as it is a live with my YouTube partner in crime, Kyle from Flex Movies and Pop Culture 13. Kyle, how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm excited to finally be back on your channel, M, discuss Scream 7. We're going to be discussing this guy right here.
We are
So,
indeed.
so
Um,
and there's been a lot of news recently and just keeps getting better and better and I'm more hyped for Scream 7 as we keep going. We're getting even closer. We're not that far away now, actually. And
no, we're
so I'm
not.
definitely, I'm excited to discuss a lot of the topics today with Scream 7 with you today.
Definitely. It's going to be I think one of the better sequels. So I can't wait to get into it with you. Just going to pop into the chat, see who is here. So we have Oracle. Hey, Oracle, how are you? He says Scream Mania is running wild. I'm predicting that we're going to see the first trailer for it in October. I am with you on that. I think it will be around Halloween time. What are
Yes,
you thinking, Kyle?
it is going to be around October, and I'm just excited for it because they need to hype it up at least 2 or 3 months
Mm.
before 7. So it would be October would be the best time to do it.
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be a teaser trailer we'll get first, like always. And then I can
Right.
see us getting a big trailer sort of December time. Um, but I don't know, we'll see. But I've heard things about the trailers, which we will get into, obviously, because there has been a bit of a leak about stuff, which is apparently going to be shown in the trailer. So we'll
Which is
discuss that
unfortunate that
shortly.
happens for a lot of these
It
movies all
is.
these days, right? So many leaks, and
I
I miss the
know.
days where that never didn't happen. You just waited till they showed on commercials. But now we're in the day of
No,
that type of era, unfortunately.
it's very disappointing when that happens, but take everything with a pinch of salt because don't believe
Yeah.
everything you hear from
I
every
don't because I
YouTuber.
looked I seen some of the YouTubers and links and I shake my head. A lot of them
Mm.
are inaccurate, by the way.
Yeah, we were discussing this backstage. There's one particular who I don't really think is sort of very good with should I just say that with what they're what they're
Davey,
saying, but
what Davey's saying that would be the best time to do it because Black Phone 2, that'd be best time to throw a stream trailer teaser in there
yes, that would
right
be a
around that
great
time
time.
because
That would
people
be
be
a
watching
great
Black
time.
Phone.
They will. And there's a lot of like Davey says, is Silent Night, Deadly Night as well. So can you hear me okay?
I can hear you good. You sound good on
Perfect.
my end. And hey, Oracle.
Good.
Hey, Davey. Hey, Shay.
Hey Sav, I can see Sav's in.
And
We've also
Sav.
got this idiot, Jorge. Don't know who that
Never
knob
heard of
is,
her.
but hey ho, no. She does this fake voice on, she talks
The
very
AI
falsely in
shit.
her videos. That AI shit. We don't like her. It's not her proper voice. She talks like she's some stuck up AI
Hmm.
crap, but
But
hey
she
ho.
sounds so familiar, Jorge.
She
She sounds so
does.
familiar. Her voice
I
sounds.
mean,
Oh,
let's face it, I'm a little bit more casual on my live streams. I don't put on my best telephone voice, but when I'm reading a script, it would be very boring if I read it like this. Um,
no, and that's why I don't do scripts. I just want to film. I just do it genuine when I do it. So
yeah,
I
but
still sound good to you, right? Just want to
oh,
make sure.
100%,
So I accidentally knocked something
100%.
over here.
But I mean,
Nothing
obviously,
major.
my voice work pays off because it's something people say. But like Scream, I am very self-aware. I do know that I do sound a little bit AI or whatever in my videos.
She's not
But yeah.
horror. She's not AI. People, you've seen her on her West Craven stream. You've seen how real she is. And horrors. And I'm proud to call her my YouTube partner in crime because she does awesome
Bless
content
you.
over there. So
Thank you. We have Shay Rance. Yo, what's up, Shay? Um, who else we have got Sav Ripper. Sav is great. If you don't follow him, I would suggest going to he streams horror games and does some great content on his
awesome.
channel. So definitely go and subscribe because he's a lot of fun to watch.
And just so you
Um,
know, Sab, I'm starting to stream games on my channel. There'll be a lot of horror video games on mine too if you're interested.
There will indeed. And we've got Davey saying, hey, everyone. What is up, Davey? It's nice to see you here. Davey will be joining me with Kyle next month for a very special watch party. So I'm excited for that. And
Oh
I've
yeah.
also invited Davey, Kyle, and a couple of others for a special Halloween live. So keep your eyes out for that as well.
And I told Jorge what I might be wearing with the
Mm.
costume on top of that. So you
Mm.
guys are gonna get a special treat seeing that type of thing what I got from the Grand Con that actually is from the actual show.
Mm.
So
Nice pink bonnet, a corset, and a tutu. So it's going to be great.
well, that's not, no, that's not what I was referring to. Not that, it's not that kind of a show. If they were wearing that in that show, that'd be crazy.
Sav says, I'll definitely watch the first trailer, but I'll stay away from full trailers. I mean, to be fair, that's not a bad idea because Kyle does a see, I'm hyping everybody up tonight. What is going on with me? It's because I'm in pain. I've taken pain medication, so I'm a little bit probably a bit more hyperactive. I do apologize,
Well,
but
I
it gets
also-
me through.
I also get her going too. So it's
But Kyle does a series on his channel which is called Spoil or No Spoil. It goes through trailers of if they spoiled the movie or not. So it is very, very good to go and watch his stuff because trailers do that nowadays. And it's nice to see how Kyle does it because he shows you older trailers and newer trailers, and it just shows the difference to what's happened.
And especially if people first saw it for the first time in 2001, that trailer when they first saw it when it first came out. So I just want to see if it's spoiled for you or didn't. At which, what I can tell so far, it hasn't.
No, exactly. Johnny says, hey, Em and Flet. Hey, everyone. Hey, Johnny, how are you? And thank you for your €2 super chat. He says, hey, guys, have you seen Weapons? Awesome movie. I watched it last week and it's fantastic.
I also seen it in the theaters and I loved it. And I love the fact we're getting more original content again. So.
Yeah, it's I loved the ending. It wasn't what I
It made me laugh too.
Yes.
That whole, especially the one line the one guy said, I know, look at the lawn. But I know the whole friggin' line. But.
Oh, it's great. It is great. And we have Jean saying, hey, hello, Flat and Jorge. Hey, how are you? Thank you so much for joining. We have 9 of you in here right now. So thank you for joining. It's always good to see you all join in to listen to us talk and ramble on. Today's topic is obviously Scream 7. We're going to discuss everything we've heard, everything we would like to see, and just basically theories, just basically anything Scream 7. So I hope you are all going to join in the chat. Let us know what you want to see, kind of chip in where you can. You don't have to do super chats, but if you do, thank you very much in advance. It is appreciated. Anything like that is always appreciated, but it's never expected. So when I see it, it's really nice to have. But yeah, so let's get into it. So we've had a lot. The past sort of month, I would say, has been very busy with the Scream 7 news. We've obviously had a sneak peek of Marco Beltrami's music and score, which is fantastic. Did you listen to it?
I listened to it, and this is one of the things that we're missing from the 2 previous installments. This type of score that I've been waiting for. And it's Marco Beltrami's back full form. And I think with the story they're telling, it fits right in. And we finally got a memorable score again. I'm looking forward to see what else the full score, what else he got planned for the whole movie. So, and even the chase sequences are going to sound amazing.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell which one's going to be chase scenes and everything like that. But what really sent chills down my spine was Mrs. Evans' lament.
Oh, yeah.
And obviously you've got Sydney's, and it's just a newer sort of version of that. But it just, it's so beautiful. I love that piece of music. It's my favorite piece of music from any movie.
And I think what he's going to be using is going to be the most memorable score since the original.
So. Yeah, I agree. I actually commented on his video and I said, this is what Scream 5 and 6 was missing, and he liked my comments. So I was like, thanks.
Well, 5 and 6 was missing, and they would just overuse the Red Right Hand song a lot, and even Dewey's music. They didn't have any other memorable score that really was stand out, and now we're finally getting something for 7.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if anybody has seen it, but I did a video last year where we discussed the soundtracks of the Scream franchise, and we were both in, I think, agreement that Scream 5 and 6 are by far the weakest. Um,
Oh yeah,
but
when we talked about music scores a long time ago on your channel, which was a
mm,
lot of I think it was your channel, wasn't it? We talked
it
about music
was my
scores.
channel, yeah. It was for an
Yeah,
ice cream sundae.
yeah, it was. That's so long ago now when that we did that. Um, we came down that 5 and 6 did not have memorable scores. Yes, the only things that they used were just previous scores from previous movies, which we always
Yeah.
heard already. So it wasn't nothing new in there.
It was relying too much on nostalgia. There's a couple of songs like the DJ Khaled song that I'm always like, oh, that was in Scream 5 or whatever, but there's nothing that really stands out score-wise that was phenomenal. So it's exciting to see that. Johnny is asking, do you think February is a good time to release Scream 7 or does it matter?
Yes, I
I think
think
it's a good time.
it's a good time to do.
It's got nothing really that, as far as my knowledge goes, which basically is not very far, but I don't think that any other horror movies are coming out around that time. Whereas sort of the December timeframe, I know original Scream was
Well,
released in
it's
December.
it,
There's stuff this December.
it's actually a good month because Hard Eyes of the Monkey was successful in that month. So Scream 7
Mm.
could be just as successful or even more. So
Yeah, that's a great point, actually. But to be fair, I don't really think that it would matter to. We saw Scream 5
no,
and 6 come out like January, March time, something like that. I
and
can't remember the
it
exact
did
dates,
amazing.
but they did well. And I
I
think
think
this.
I, oh,
You go ahead.
sorry. I
No,
was
no,
just
go
gonna say,
ahead.
I think if you put Scream in any month, it's gonna be successful because
Yeah.
it's Scream to begin with.
And I think Nev Campbell's return is going to get a lot of people come back
And,
who did boycott 5 and 6.
and a lot of the other announced names are gonna pull people in this case. They want to see
Matthew
how this is.
Lillard.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm
So.
just so excited for Matthew in general. Not have to do with what Stu's doing. It's just excited that Matthew's
To
doing
see
it.
him.
Yeah.
I think it's a good time. I do think Johnny says, I always think around Halloween is the sweet spot to release horror movies like Scream. I do agree with that, but the only thing is there's so much competition around that time that I think it's clever sometimes to not do that. But I do love seeing them come around that time.
And you want to overstack the October either.
No, exactly. Oracle is saying if Gail would get killed off in this one, I want to see her go out like Nancy Thompson did in Dream Warriors. I agree. Needs to be something memorable, her helping somebody. I think her sacrificing herself for Sydney or Sydney's kids would be a great way for Gail to go.
Gale Weathers is such a rich character, and it's because of what Courtney Cox brought that character to life. And Gale, she was such a huge part of the original and throughout this series. She needs to go out something that will be so memorable but emotional at the same time. That would be something like, oh, but
Yeah.
not like just like, oh well, she got killed, whatever. You know what I mean?
See, like my issue is I don't want her to go like Dewey went, where it was completely out of character. I don't want her to go like everybody hypes up the chase scene in Scream 6. I think it's one of the weakest chase scenes in the franchise, my opinion. I don't want to see her go like that from a random.
No, it needs something that will
chase.
that fits the character that makes sense.
And also redeems her because she
Redeems
has
her,
like she's gone back to the old Gale from what we saw last, where her and Sydney wouldn't get on if she was to continue to act that way. I think Gale's growth is what has kind of brought her and Sydney closer together a little bit. I mean, they're obviously, from what we last saw, they're not best of friends, but
no, but but at the same, despite their issues they have with each other over the years, they still, at least, Cindy and still care about each other despite their problems. But because especially in 5, they teamed up to help and to take down Amber and everybody. So
yeah.
So they need to do something that fits the character.
Yeah.
That makes sense in the story and not just kill her off just because and not have that Dewey treatment, which just came out of nowhere, which is ridiculous.
Yeah,
Um,
agree.
it needs to be something that
Something memorable that
something
fits her and means
that fits
something.
her. That means something that will be go down. That's why I think one of the best deaths in
Yeah,
history if they do it right.
100%. And I do love Courtney Cox. I love Gail Weathers, but like I said
How far
before,
can you go
Courtney,
with that story at the same
yeah,
time?
exactly. She's, Courtney Cox is in her 60s now. She's not going to be playing this character forever.
No,
So
and how
either,
far can you go with Gale Weathers before it gets
exactly.
stale?
So either stop bringing her back or give her the amazing death that if she is to die, that her character
Amazing
deserves.
send off
Yeah,
that includes that amazing story from from
yeah.
29 years ago.
But no, exactly. I mean, she deserves that. But talking sort of about legacy characters, obviously, we got a couple. I think it was yesterday or the day before. A rumor that Kirby Reed will be back in Scream 7. What are your thoughts on that?
Um, well, it would have for her to come back, and she can't just be there just because. If she is in the movie, because no official source has confirmed it yet. Um, and she needs to be there. It needs to make sense why she's there. Because Kirby's a amazing character. She was a huge part of Screen 4. 6, yes, she came back as the FBI in New York and everything. And that fit because they were in New York and she was there to help. It fits with that part with Bailey and everything. But for 7, it's got to be something like really a strong story standpoint for to have her there. And I just
Yeah.
don't want her just to show up just because for nostalgia reasons or anything that's just like, oh yeah, it's Kirby. But no, but she's such a good character in Screen 4 that she became a fan favorite. You don't want to waste her. It needs to make sense why she's there. So
I agree. I personally don't think she'll be back. I think it's a mistake that they've put down. I don't think she'll be back.
And I don't think it should have been announced, to be honestly, because I think it was already been jumped over. It's been jumped to conclusions. Is what I'm going to say.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think she'll come back. As I said, I could be wrong. But I don't think she'll come back. I would love to see Kirby again.
Same here.
But I just don't. I think it would be if they brought her back for Scream 7. It's going to feel a little bit too much like Scream 6 when they're just trying to do fan service. Unless they can make it really work, which there's no room for her. I don't
No,
think.
and this is already an overstacked sequel already, and some rows are smaller than others. So, but I just think I don't think she fits the story they're trying to tell at the moment.
No,
I think
neither do I.
maybe bring her back for 8. You can write her for 8 for something cool. It's cool, but nothing right now.
If they do end up killing off Gale, then bring Kirby to work with Sydney. I think that'd be good.
She'd be the right to fit in that role and have and really see her interact with Sydney would be cool because she did kind of interact with Sydney, but nothing like on a high scale. That would be very cool to see her really have some memorable scenes with her.
No, exactly. And like to be fair, she's quite a badass character. So
she is.
She can't I feel in 6 she was kind of wasted a little bit. That's mainly because of the writing. Let's be honest, the writing for 6 wasn't great. But Hayden Panettiere is a great actress. Kirby Reed is one of the best written characters in 4.
Oh yeah.
So to see her come back would be great, but I don't think Scream 7 is the place
for
her.
It doesn't need her. I don't think because with the story of the town, they already have a good cast and a good strong story. They don't need her. It'd just be a fill in if they bring her in.
Exactly. So yeah, I'm a bit. I don't think that's quite right, but
that's why certain people shouldn't have been announced. I'm like, okay, hold on a second. This hasn't actually been confirmed with anybody.
So. It's likely a mistake as well.
Yeah.
So, but we'll wait and we'll find out in February. So it's not too long away, really. No. What, 5 months nearly? Just under 5 months. Which is going to fly by.
The only time I see if she is in, the only time I
Mm,
see it like you know how you did last summer did a credit scene with a certain character.
mhm.
They could always bring her in to set up for 8 to do something. That's the only way I make sense her bringing her. Otherwise, she doesn't need to fit the 7 story. Otherwise,
No, she doesn't.
unless Kevin writes it good. Otherwise, no.
Yeah, no, I am in agreement with you on that one. I don't think it's great, but obviously we do know that there are some characters coming back. So we've obviously got Matthew Lillard, we've got
Oh, which was odd. When that was announced,
yeah, that was a big announcement to
that
make.
was actually a desperation announced. They could have waited.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit too
It's
early, but
It
I
was a
also
little too early. I think they did because of the so-called backlash and
mm,
because they need something to get people into the seats
yeah, exactly
to
that.
get
They're doing
excited.
it cleverly. Yeah, 100%. So we know we've got him. It's likely that that Skeet Ulrich is coming back. Let's be honest.
Oh, that's a given at this point because he's been in the last 2 previous movies and he's got to have a moment with Stu.
Yeah, we've got to have Billy and Stu. We know Stu's there. Billy's got to be there. We've got Roman. We've got Cotton. So
Why does Stu sound so familiar? No, I'm just kidding. I'm bugging.
um, so we've got the. I would love to see Lynn McCree come back as Sydney's mom. Um,
Well, I can
I
talk
would
about
love
that one.
no, but I would love to see her come back, and I hope that they do bring her back. Whether full instance in Scream 3 when they used her voice, even if it's something like that, I think she's such a poignant character
Well,
in the series.
I do say I think since Cindy's a mom, I think
Mm,
she's gonna be thinking about her own mom too, and she's
hmm
asked about her mom. So I think she's gonna have a moment with her mom.
Yeah,
But they do have a couple more surprises, and I hope they keep it that way.
I think they will. I don't think that they're that desperate. I think they
To
know
spoil
people are
everything.
going to show up. Yeah, they know
They
people
need,
are showing up.
they need that stinger where at least people are like, what the
Mm,
what type moment.
mm,
Like that moment that gets like, we already had these people, but this person showed up.
mm,
We're actually doing this. You know what I mean? We need something
exactly.
that you want to still surprise people. You don't want to spoil everything in one take.
No, no, and I think they will keep that. I think they'll do a good job of keeping a little bit to themselves. So we'll see. We will see. Um, obviously, as well, we have had rumors about the trailer. What are your thoughts on that?
uh,
I know. It's a bit of an awkward one. Um,
what can I say about this without actually saying anything? Um, I think I think they want to. I think on the trailer they're gonna want to show something, even as a teaser,
mm,
um, to get people excited for it. To show
mm,
something that like that happened.
mm. I mean,
Um,
I won't get to. I don't know if anybody here has or hasn't seen the rumors. I haven't. I've seen other videos on it. I haven't actually. So the opening scene has apparently been leaked as well. I've not read it. I'm not going to read it. I can pretty much
so
guess
because
from what people have said on the videos about the trailer. I can pretty much guess what is happening in the opening scene. Um, but it
but
doesn't ruin it
not
for me.
no, it doesn't. But not everything they said is
It's
accurate. By the
accurate.
way,
So
no,
that's all
so
right then.
not everything.
But there's one bit that people have said about the trailer, which is that we see Sydney and Gail going to the psychiatric hospital. I've got a few
Mhm.
theories. I will be doing a video on, but I'll have a quick talk about it now.
I think that's
I've
where
got theories.
I got
Hmm?
theories. You can talk about that offline
Yeah,
because
yeah, definitely. But what are your thoughts on that? Like, who
the
would you
psych
like to see in that?
in the psychot. Well, I can imagine. I'll just say this from a fan perspective, so I don't spoil anything. Um, I will say if they're gonna send it to psych, something must happen very, very. If they're gonna if Sydney and Gail go to psychiatric hospital,
Mm.
Either they as a guest at that hospital, or they're visiting somebody that's in that psychiatric
Hmm.
hospital. So
I 100% think it's going to be a character we've seen before, because to put a random character in there is not going to, it's not going to be, why put
no,
that in? It's not needed. So it's going to
either
be somebody we've seen.
either something really damaging sends Sid
Mm.
and Gail over the edge, so they go to the psychiatric hospital, or they get blamed for
Mm.
something, or they're visiting somebody in
I
that
think
hospital.
it's the latter. I think we're seeing them going to see somebody to
Yeah.
discuss the killings. I do have a couple of theories on who it could be. I would really love to see Jennifer Jolie being that. I don't think she's dead. Everybody goes on, Stu's alive, blah blah blah. Flipping heck. Jennifer Jolie's wounds were not that serious. You cannot tell me that Chad can survive being stabbed multiple times, probably hitting every flipping organ of his body.
Look at Halloween's logic. Someone survives by putting a friggin' lightning that light thing bulb into
Hmm.
her post, so she should have been dead. So I think the movie logic has been thrown out the window over the years already.
Yeah.
So
So
like
I'm
so
like,
I,
come on.
and well, and I think it would be cool. I think it'd be cool if Jennifer was back, because she only
Because,
got shot right here.
well, she didn't get shot, she got stabbed.
Stabbed right, because
So,
when he shot the window, she fell down.
yeah.
He didn't shoot at her. She was stabbed right here.
Yeah, so she was stabbed, and I'm sorry, like, it was 1 or 2 stab it wasn't like she was repeatedly stabbed.
And
I'm
it's
not
not
saying
like
everybody who gets stabbed is gonna survive, but come on, like,
Chad survived long better, more than
yeah,
stabs than that, and that he should have
exactly,
been dead.
twice.
So,
So, I think I would love to see her come back. I think she would be a great candidate to be in a psychiatric hospital.
knowing her personality and how she
Mm,
can act, she could
mm.
definitely pull off that
Yeah.
accurate type
And
situation.
if you look at her character in Scream 3, she did not handle the pressure of the Ghostface killings very well. It was sending her pretty into anxiety mode.
Oh
So
yeah.
her jumping into her bodyguard's arms, like, she's very fragile mentally, and I think she would
Yeah.
be great in there. And she wants to come back. The actress who plays her wants to come back. I forget her name.
The only
What's her name?
Because there's another person that could fit that scenario, but another person that could fit it is Angelina too.
Mm. Because again,
She was
I
stabbed in
mean,
the arm, for crying loud,
yeah.
smiling there.
And you don't actually, they always say, like, don't trust it if you don't see her die. You don't see her die. You don't see,
And people
it
don't
cuts
notice
away.
when they're looking down at her, she does just a little subtle smile there.
Hmm. And she was supposed to be the second killer in Scream 3. So what's to
Yeah.
say she isn't coming back? Obviously, you've got Stu himself. If people really want to go down that route of him being alive, which we all know where I stand on that.
But I have to be careful talking about him too. So since people wanted him to be alive, let's just talk about it for a minute.
Hmm.
Let's just say, okay, if he survived the TV, I think either him being a psychotic thing would be cool.
Mm.
Because he would fit that. Matthew can really pull that off too if he was
Yes.
in that type of environment. Because he was supposed to be in prison in Scream 3, the original script, so it's no different than that.
Well, there's 2 stories on that. There's one that he was supposed to be in it and one that he wasn't. So it depends on if you believe Matthew Lillard or Kevin Williamson.
We'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that later.
From knowing Matthew's personality, I think he would fit that type of environment very, very well. And especially how psychotic he is, because Stu can act like can be your friend, but still act like psychotic. He was best in the mind too.
Oh, 100%. And also, if it's, let's just think of it this way. If it isn't Stu, could it be his sister? Could it be somebody related to him? Because
are they going to pull her out of the screen vault?
Well, yeah, exactly. But I don't know. I don't know who has and hasn't seen this. Exactly. But I don't know who has and who hasn't seen this.
Why does
but there is, I think it was on Stephen's channel, Craven Something Scary. I think it was his channel. there is sort of like what looks almost like a living room with Schumacher's photograph on the table, I think it is.
And the only one who would
Could,
have that is his sister.
so could that be hinting that she could possibly be in there? So there's so, I mean, Chad and Wendy could be in there. Let's be honest. Probably not, but come on, they've been through a lot of trauma the past couple of years.
Oh yes.
You know, so it's interesting to think about who could actually be in that psychiatric hospital for sure. And if the rumors about the trailer are true, we definitely know that Sydney and Gail are going to visit, so it won't be one of them.
Maybe a certain relative to Sydney.
Her dad, her mom. No, I'm joking. That's bad.
Here's my theory.
Jill.
Jill. No, I had to go there. You never know. She could fit that perfectly too.
She could. Sorry, what were you saying?
I was just gonna say my theory on. Here's my theory about what would Ryan Reynolds and Maureen Prescott was two separate people, but they look similar. That's always been my theory on that. And when Roman went to the door, of course Maureen's not going to know him because it's like, I don't really know you because
that's Rena's kid, and Rena's kid is dead.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rena's dead. Sorry, not Rena's kid. I mean, he is now.
And they never were Maureen's son to begin with.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, I always thought about that.
Why have you not done a video on that?
I should do on
You should do a video on that.
People have been, even my family members ask me why I haven't done this. I'm like, I should have talked about this already.
I'm kind of annoyed that I never thought of that first, if I'm perfectly honest.
And that way,
that's great.
It'd be a perfect way to bring in Lynn into a big role.
Kyle, like, I'm actually annoyed I've never thought of that before because that is great video content.
It's my idea. I'm copyrighting it.
Yeah, you copyright that shit. You need to go and make a video on that.
Yeah, I'll make a video on it.
When you make a video on it, I will then make a video on it being like, well, my friend Fletz
said this. Oh. You just point him.
He did it. He
said it. He said it first.
But you definitely need to jump on that because that would be a great way to bring Lynn back. And I like that. People were always on about Tatum having a twin. I don't think she did. I think that's a stupid idea.
Comment on that one.
I don't think she did. I think that would be really ridiculous.
I will say there's a reason why there's two beds, and it has to do with something.
Oh. Do we find that out in Scream 7? Okay, maybe she has a twin. I don't fucking know. Maybe the twin's in the psychiatric hospital. We never know.
She could play that role too. You know?
She could. She's a very good actress.
I can see. Well, I can't even blank out her name at the moment. Why am I blanking out? Rose McGowan. Yeah, I know. It's the easiest name you always blank on for some reason. But Rose can really go crazy with that. You know how she can play the soft, friendly, good friend, but she can also switch it off and go to the dark side and play the evil.
Think about how traumatic either like Tatum's twin or Maureen's twin. Think about how traumatic that would be for Sydney as well.
Can you imagine? Because imagine how dark she can really take this twin sister.
That would be cool.
She can really go dark with that, and that can just really have some good Scream moments. That would just be like, geez.
100%. That would be interesting for sure. You've given me a lot to think about today, Kyle.
A lot more. Let's keep on going.
You've given me an awful lot you're giving me ideas for things, and I'm like, dude. My imagination is running wild now. But yeah, we've got some great candidates who could possibly be in there for sure. Interesting.
I always say that they're going to bring back the Prescott house, the actual Prescott house from the first film. It should be in the final act.
I would love that. I would love that.
Because you only saw it when she came home and she
Mm,
just watched TV. She gets a phone call. She fell
mm.
asleep. She talks to Tatum, and then gets ghosted by Ghostface. The only time you really saw that house.
Well, let's
it-
put it this way. If the opening scene is apparently in Woodsboro, I'm not going to ruin anything, but if it's apparently in Woodsboro, why can't the ending be in Woodsboro too?
Yeah, at the house,
At
Prescott
Sydney's house.
Prescott house. Yeah,
Yeah. And
was
then l-
really.
leave it on a cliffhanger.
I'm surprised no one actually found that house because you can actually find that house and it's
Yeah,
still standing. By the way,
I've seen people visit it on YouTube videos, which is quite cool.
good
Um,
because not usually people can post it. People are always posting the other filming locations. I'm like,
yeah.
because yeah.
It's because it's in a different part of California to where the
Yes,
rest was as well, isn't
yeah,
it?
because it's more in the middle of place that's
Mm,
out of in the middle of nowhere, but in a
mm.
beautiful place that's high all the time.
So maybe that could be why. But it would be nice to see that,
But
even
that
if
house
they
is
do it in a
still there, by
studio.
the way. Yeah,
But even if
'Cause
they did it in a studio, I would like to see it.
yeah,
So that would be
because
good.
they did Stu's house and
Mm,
studio set instead of going to the actual one.
mm.
So
Well, it's it's not out of this world. Like too out there for them to do. So.
right, yeah,
Like I know that in Scream 4 they said in a cutscene that Sydney's dad was dead, but it's not canon. It wasn't released, so
he's not
maybe
dead.
he's in it. I've always thought he'll come back. If not, I thought at one point the opening kill. That's kind of out the window now from what I've heard. What about the final act? Sydney gets a phone call, or a FaceTime, and they're at the Prescott house, which is where Sydney's dad lives, and she has to rush there to try and save him for the final showdown.
I can
I
see it
would like
happening.
that.
I would love it.
I would love that. I would not be mad at that at all.
Sydney.
I like to see her family dynamic as well. So her dad was always a big part for her story from in one
In the
and
morgue.
two.
No, I'm just kidding. I always love that line when he
See,
says it
like
to Rebecca.
that line pisses me off a lot, only because there's a version that we get over here. I don't know if you get the same. It's sort of like an uncut version, and it's a tiny little bit different the way that he says it, because he's like in the fucking morgue, which is actually a lot better
Yeah,
for me.
but I do
There's that
agree.
line that-
I have seen that cut. It's just the way he delivers it just makes me laugh.
Oh, he's brilliant. Roger L. Jackson,
the-
perfect.
Rebecca doesn't sound like you're in the house. Sounds like you're in a parking garage.
I love Scream 4.
It's
with
such
him.
a good dialogue between him and Rebecca, though. That whole
It
sequence
is.
makes me laugh.
I
But
mean,
it's also
Rebecca's such a dick, so her death is kind of satisfying in a way. But her scream is so good.
When you don't blink when we stab you.
And that to Sydney.
I think it's a Sydney way. It's such
Yeah.
another good line. Some dark
There
lines.
is.
Roger
There
says.
is. There is. Even Jill's lines, some of them are really good.
I think we'll get some really memorable Ghostface lines in 7.
I do, because there's so many characters that are coming back. If they go down the route that I think they're going to go with that, there's some great lines that could be delivered. We could get the whole surprise Sydney from Matthew Lillard again, which would be awesome. It's got a lot of potential, isn't it?
What's your favorite scary movie?
What's your favorite serial killer from
Can you
flipping
handle that?
Blondie or Mousy if you're Maggie? For those of you who don't know, Maggie is my cat. She's a little bit unhinged and
Her
she kills
manager.
mice. My manager.
No.
She's
Her
brilliant.
sidekick. Her sidekick.
My little sidekick. She's great. But yeah, so there is a lot that they could do with that. I'm
Right.
very intrigued now. I mean, it's only 5 months away. I'm pretty sure that when we actually get to the cinema to watch it, all of these things that people have theorized are just going to be debunked straight away.
So here's the thing I'm going to ask you.
Mm.
Will they do anything? Have Jamie's Candy's voice in there somewhere?
I hope so.
or at least something to do with him.
I would love to see another Randy video, because they do all this flipping amazing stuff with technology now where they can de-age you. Obviously Skeet wasn't the best in Scream 5 and 6, but let's hope that they can find people who can do a great
I don't know
job.
why they CGI'd him in the first place. They could have just filmed him the way he was. He looked fine. And besides, how is Sam going to know what he looked like back in '96? He wasn't even born yet.
Yeah, exactly. So why can't they do that with Jamie Kennedy? I'd love to
Yeah.
see a Randy video. I really would. I'd love to see a Dewey video. I've mentioned that in one of my videos before. I think that would be great for Gail and Sydney to have a bit of Dewey back, and we know that he's
Right.
coming back as well. So we know David
Yeah.
Arquette's returning. So dead or not, that would be great to see. There
All
you
part of
go.
the game, horror.
I have mine in my cupboard.
It's so cool how they made it look like the thing in the movie, because it's just the white, but
and the
not
blood
the thing in the back.
splatter.
Splatter. Of course, there's a huge difference how it is in the movie, but it's just the
Yeah.
blood splatter and everything looks cool.
It's cool. It's very cool. But you know, I'd like to see that. I think they could do it. What
Or
about you? Do you
I-
think that would be a possibility?
I think there's so many cool things they could do with Dewey and Randy for both of them if they do it properly. I think they can really tackle Gail's emotions with Dewey.
I agree.
And Randy, he could also interact with his. It would be so cool to actually him interact with Chad and Mindy some way, shape, and form, because those are his nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
It'll be cool it'll be funny if Randy can give Mindy some type of how to do proper rule talk, because she needs work. It'll be if her uncle can scold her on that a little bit.
Oh, 100%, 100%. But I think I don't know.
Who? I wonder, maybe they'll get Mindy and Chad's dad in there. We don't know who it is. So.
I mean, it could be. People have said Joel. I don't think it's Joel.
It's
think
not
people just
Joel.
want it to be Joel because he's a beloved character. He just happens to be black, and he's one of the only black characters in the franchise, really. But I think that's why they jumped to that. But I don't think it's Joel. I would love to see Joel's return though, because he's a brilliant character.
Because all you've seen in 5 was just him with their mom Martha. So for a quick second.
You don't even know if their dad and mom are still together. It could be that the dad lives near Sydney, possibly. That would be an interesting one.
He could be still around,
That's very Randy from Scream 2 when he's like...
Oh, I know. I was wondering if you got what I was doing.
But it would be cool to see their dad.
Part of a trilogy, not a sequel. No. It's technically a sequel, but
yeah, technically, but hey ho, he got his line wrong. I'm not going to agree, with everything Randy says.
Even Randy got his line wrong, but the alien,
yeah,
get away from her, you bitch. I believe the line is, stay away from her, you bitch.
And it's like,
I'm gonna make fun of him.
I love that they kept that in, though. I love that they kept that
funny.
in.
It's just because he just said it by the way. I'm like,
so,
he knows he got it wrong.
Exactly. So what are your interpretations of Matthew Lillard saying that his return isn't going to ruin the franchise? For me, that's saying he's dead. He dead.
Well, I can't comment if he's alive.
You can't comment on that. But what does that?
I will say from a fan perspective, I think if they do it like right, and then it doesn't matter if he's alive or not. If they do it right, I don't think it will ruin the franchise. They just gotta do something. Like, okay, this makes sense, but it's not enough to like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they did it. They just ruined the Stu character. They just ruined the franchise. I'm just saying. It's. I think if it's accurate, I think not accurate, but if they do this what I know right, then it won't. And I do know, he does have a big role, so.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't expect anything less.
Because they're not going to waste Stu in the movie if they're just going to do crap. They want to do something special with him, so they're going to. Of course, he's going to have a bigger role than some of the other ones. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going back to this psychiatric hospital. What if he is in there and, he's serving time and he's in the psychiatric hospital
Yeah,
and Sydney and Gail are going being like, okay, you're alive. The TV didn't kill you. How sad. But
that could be
what are the
would
next
be
steps?
that would be some. If I'm picturing that scene that you just mentioned, if that would be some good fear top scene right there. That would be some good acting. I think that scene, the way Stu can interact with Gail and Sydney in that scene, would be some of the best Scream acting theater experience you would see. That would be just a cool moment.
I mean, hear me out. We all know I love Stu, but I don't want him to be alive. However, if they really want him to be alive, if that TV didn't somehow kill him by electrocuting his brain and him losing all that blood from then I don't know what will. However, let's look at it like this: if he's coming back, let's say AI, like the rumors, if it's going to be AI, people are using him, not necessarily knowing that he's actually alive. Gail and Sydney are like, shit, Stu's calling me, Stu's alive. What the heck? Like, we need to report this. Find out it's not. They go to the psychiatric hospital, they talk to him and try and find out the next steps of what the killer would be thinking.
Because the AI, you can start off with AI Stu, but then the real Stu is actually.
Yeah. So what if they do both? For me, having him alive would ruin
I gotta
the
talk to you
franchise.
from like this dude my perspective, because I can't actually say
No,
what's
I
going
know.
on.
I know.
But it would see, and that would make sense. And they have to explain to how he survived the TV, and it's got to be something really, really like just like that makes sense why he survived it. Because you can't be like, oh, I survived this TV, I'm here.
No.
Oh hell yeah, Superman.
No, exactly, exactly. But no, but that's what I mean. Like, for me, I know he's saying it's not going to ruin the franchise. Having Stu back alive, for me personally, would ruin the franchise because it goes against what Scream is. I know people can say, "Oh, but you can look at Chad, and he survived all of that." Yeah, but Chad survived it in the same movie. He hasn't gone years of his absence.
But besides Scream, it also gets to go against horror rules in general. Like the horror genre in general, the way horror is, it goes against that. Besides not just Scream, it goes against everything.
Yeah, so it's
and cinema in general. But
yeah, so it's a bit of a no for me. However, let's just look at it like he is. That is one way they could bring him back alive without him actually being the mastermind of it all. So he could sort of become an aid to Sydney and Gail.
I keep saying they might, we might, Sydney might kill the killers at 7, but what happened? We get somebody that comes in. Ghostface that sets the cliffhanger, comes in and says, "This ain't over yet," or comes to stab somebody and then leaves it, and then we find out what's at 8. That would be a good cliff. 7, if they're gonna set up 8, instead of just announcing that 8 is happening, give us a cliffhanger that'll leave us going into 8, and that we were excited, we were expecting, oh, this happened, now we're gonna be getting 8, and this leads into 8. That'll be something exciting. Instead of just announcing 8 and that's it. Give us something that'll be like,
damn,
and then we have to wait till 8 to find out what happens next.
I think there's a high possibility that is what's happening.
Because I'm tired of just ending the movie and then we have to wait till this next sequel is announced. And then,
my whole view on it is they've already greenlit 8. They didn't automatically do that with 6.
And I think that means if that means they got a story, a long-term story from 7 to 8.
It's continuing. There's something that hasn't quite
why announce 8 if you're not gonna leave it on? Because why announce 8 if you don't have nothing to end it?
Yeah, why announce 8 if everything has been tied up in 7? Because all of the other movies, everything has been tied up for that particular movie.
And for the first time in history, maybe we won't have it tied up in this time. We'll have it.
So that would make sense. I like it.
That's how they should do it. Take notes.
I think so.
This is horror franchise in general. Take notes, damn
it. Get that scrapbook out and start.
And not just announce because it made money.
Yeah, exactly. So to me, that's saying that there is a high possibility that it is going to be a cliffhanger. I do think
something that'll be shocking, like, oh, it's all happy, and then damn, we got you. And I'll be like, oh, did you see this? Did you see this? We need to talk
I'm
about this.
I'm literally, the day that movie comes out, I'm booking it off work because I don't want to
I
see
can
any
see the whole
spoilers.
YouTube and world general
Mm,
just explode because of how the ending goes. I'm like, oh my
yeah,
gosh. Now we gotta wait
yeah,
till 8. Why we gotta wait this long to see what happens next? This is
exactly that.
yeah. Hey Oracle, thank you.
We try, Oracle. We
I'm
try.
this is why we decided to do our own YouTube channel, podcast. Actually, I mean,
Mm.
podcast. There's a difference. Our own podcast together because people have been asking us to do one.
Yeah,
And
people
everybody's
like us just bantering and the way we
ever since me
talk.
and Em did our first video, which is coming on October 5th, about our moments, people loved our chemistry and became good friends and YouTube partner in crimes. And it
We
was like, why
did.
can't we just do our own podcast together?
So our podcast, shall I just give a quick intro of what that's going to
Go ahead.
be? It's called Do You Like Scary Podcasts? It's going to be Fletz and I, we're aiming for our first episode to come out on the 5th of October, which marks the 1 year anniversary we did our first video together. It's
Which is
going to
crazy to
be,
think that, right? Jeez,
it
a year
is nearly
already.
12. I know.
So many memories you may have made since then. So
Oh
many
God,
memories.
dude, I
And more to
can't even
come.
count.
And more to
Like
come.
we've become like really good friends from it, and it's amazing really because we've never met in person, but
No,
we've automatically
someday, but
clicked. Yeah, exactly. But we've got a lot planned, I think, haven't we? Really. So,
oh yeah.
oh God, there's 15 of you in here. So hey
That's
guys,
awesome.
thank you for
Thank
joining.
you. And thanks to you for supporting the stream today. You guys are awesome.
You are. So keep your eyes out for that. We will be announcing more. I have set up a YouTube channel for it. We've got some logos going on.
Oh, Eli, how are you doing?
Eli, hey Eli, how's it going?
And
We're just talking some Scream
so
7.
by next Saturday, I'm actually getting a new computer table desk.
Oh,
Computer desk
awesome.
too. So it's gonna be a new setup here too as well. Everything's
Awesome.
new.
Yeah, thank you, Eli. Don't forget to slash that like button and sub to both these awesome channels. Thank you. If you haven't subbed already,
Right
I am
answer.
I'm gonna get Kyle's link and I'll post it in there for you to go and follow. Bear with me.
Eli, you should hit the slash button. Now you lose. I'm just kidding.
Bear with. There we are.
You know, I do that so well when I make that noise. Because I got Roger's voice so down so easily.
It's a great. I love Roger L. Jackson's voice. He's perfect.
I remember him. I remember him doing a video. It's on YouTube where they did a convention and they asked why. Remember when they were talking about how he sounds like Mojo when he does the voice of Mojo Jojo from Powerpuff Girls, and he tried to do the lines as Ghostface, and he said it doesn't sound the same. There was no Mojo Jojo at that time. It would sound like. It's more of a game, really. Can you handle that, Blondie?
That's brilliant. Eli says you need some mods. I do have a couple of mods. However, there's a lot of them are not in the stream. Eli, if you've ever fancied becoming, you are. But Eli, if you ever fancy becoming a mod, let me know and I will pop you in my mods. Adam/M, hey, welcome in. Thank you so much for joining.
Hey, Adam.
He says, just tuned in, so forgive me if you covered this already, but I saw a rumor that they might make 5 and 6 a stab movie. I'd be happy with that. It means we get Dewey back. I haven't seen that, but I'm going to be 100%. Those movies feel like fan fiction, so it could possibly be
more
one
like side quests.
Yeah. So, I wouldn't be mad at it because to me, they're not proper movies.
Maybe they were. Well, never mind. I was about to say something. Maybe never mind.
But yeah, they're not. To me that they're too fan fictiony, and it's. I know Sam mentions that in there. She's like, I'm in some fucking fan fiction. Yeah, maybe you are because it's obvious. Yeah, it just didn't feel right to me. I
always seen it as the Carpenter Sister Chronicles, and then back to where it should be.
I agree. Eli says, "Heck yeah, great! I will pop you as a mod."
6, there was no in 6. I think it ended their story perfectly. There's nothing to go from there. What else?
100%.
And she wasn't
100%.
Yeah, and they weren't. I know what people have said, but they weren't contracted for 7.
No, they were contracted for 2 movies, 5 and 6, and obviously that's it.
Yeah, and then we're trying to make a new deal, but she wasn't. What happened?
No, exactly.
But whatever.
Exactly. We've got Slack Wolf come in. Hello, how are
Hey,
you?
Slack
Thank you
with
so much for joining. He says, hi
Vampiro.
guys, Horror, I subscribed since you went on Craving Something Scary, and I really enjoy your channel. Thank you so much. And you guys do well together. Thank you so much for that. We
Well,
definitely appreciate
me
it.
and Em reached 900 subscribers not that far, 2 days from each other, which is cool. So we're both on our way to 1,000 now.
We are, which it's big things coming, I think.
And we got big things planned for both our channel and of course our podcast. So big things
Yeah,
coming for both.
exactly. For anybody who missed the podcast talk, we're just saying that we are doing a podcast together. It's called Do You Like Scary Podcasts? And it will be
Do you like scary podcasts?
it will
What's
be
your
coming
favorite
very, very soon.
scary podcast?
Eli says, let's go. Congrats, y'all. Thank you so much. As I said, I will make you a mod. So thank you for that, Eli. I appreciate it. You're a massive support to the channel. So I do appreciate
Is there
that.
anything else you guys got questions for Seven for us or anything else you want to talk about?
Any theories or anything you guys have, pop
Throw
in
it
the
at
comments.
us. We'll answer it the best
'cause
I can anyway.
We'll
as best
probably
I
be
can.
wrapping up within the next sort of 15 minutes. So if you've got anything sort of that you'd like to discuss, pop it in. But yeah, I got one question for you. Who do you see surviving and who do you see dying?
Sydney, that's a given.
What's to survive or die?
Sydney to survive. That is Sydney's going to be surviving this. Gail, either or. I would say either or. Either or depends where they go with. Depends where they go with that. I could see one of her daughters getting the slit. One of her daughters, at least one of them. That's all I'll say on that. Chad and Mindy, I think Mindy will get this.
I do.
This is nothing against her or anything. Amazing actress. It's just I think one of them at least will get slashed.
I agree. I think she's.
At least
I think
one of them.
Mark's gonna go.
Her husband will go because it's just it would bring the stakes high. She'll become a single mother. And I'm trying to think who else is in it.
Also, that would give her and her dad a little bit more in common that they've lost.
Or maybe her dad will get slashed in front of her.
You never know. You never know. Somebody's going to. It has to be done. Like if they don't, that's.
And then maybe some of the other characters that we don't know about will be killed off too, of course. So,
of course.
For remember, Destiny will survive. Gail, that could go either way, but I'm still learning towards her going off. But it could be either way. But maybe her daughters or both. One of them at least will get killed. Mark's definitely getting slashed. One of them,
I agree.
One of the Meeks twins might get.
Yeah, I think so. I think her neighbor's gonna, her friend. I can't remember who plays her. What's her blooming name? I'm so rubbish with names sometimes. Anna Camp's character, she's dead. She dead unless she's gonna be a ghost face.
She's dead. D-A-E-D, dead. Dead, everybody.
Slackle says, I'll subscribe definitely to your podcast. I will be sharing more about that, and I will share the links.
She's dead. Be like Brenda in the movie. She's dead. Dead.
I'd love that. I would love that.
Well, we get Scary Movie 6 next year too, as well.
We do, which would be interesting to see them.
Going on.
It'll be interesting to see them take the pee. Eli says, I saw Matthew Lillard will be in the new Ice 9 video. I didn't see that. Interesting.
Yes, he will be in it.
That's cool. I like that. Is it going to be more of a Five Nights at Freddy sort of theme?
Which is cool. Before Scream 7, Skeet and Matthew are going to be together in the second movie.
They are. And
Skeet has a good role in that one. He's playing a big character from the movie, and that's going to be interacting with Matthew. So that's going to be cool.
It will. I think so. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. But I think definitely Sydney's going to survive. Tatum, her daughter, not too sure. Mark's going to die.
Yeah, one of them at least.
Yeah, Gail, I can see, like you, I'm a bit 50-50, but I'm more leaning towards her dying.
Yeah.
For sure. It's going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be interesting. What was I going to say? One last question for you before we end up the stream. People who nobody who's been announced as of yet, people who you wouldn't even think about, doesn't have to be anybody who's been in the movies previously. Which actor would you like to see come to Scream 7?
That hasn't been in the movies at all.
Or any. It can be a previous actor, or it doesn't have to be. It can be a previous character, or it could be somebody that you'd never even think of putting in.
Well, I'll answer it both, and that way we get both.
Okay,
in.
you go.
So someone who's been in the previous movies that we haven't seen since they've been in it. I'm trying to think. I can see some way, shape, or form. I know she's dead, but I think there's some way getting to Sydney's mind with Laurie Metcalf.
Oh,
just saying. I think that would be cool. That would be a cool moment.
Yeah.
I know she got shot in the head, but it'd be cool if they could get her in maybe a Nation Nation or somewhere in there. That would be cool.
That would be very cool.
I think that would be a cool moment. So, especially maybe they'll have a moment, with Ghost Billy with her and his mom.
I'd like that.
That would be cool.
I love Laurie Metcalf.
Maybe his dad will appear again. You haven't seen his dad since the first movie. So
unless you count 3 when you just see the video of him, but not really.
That doesn't count. That was set before the movie.
No, that's interesting.
But I actually see him come back since.
I would love to see Sheriff Buck come back.
And you had him as a cameo in one of your videos.
I did, and I'll be meeting him in 4 weeks' time.
I would love to see him come back. He's never been confirmed dead ever. And we never really explained why Dewey had to leave the sheriff and how he took over for him, why he left the sheriff. How
it had an effect on him, what it did to his career, because he was the sheriff at the time and this all went on under his nose. It'd be very interesting. I'd love to see him come back. I might ask him that when I meet him, be like, do you ever have any plans to, if they asked you, would you ever go back to Scream?
Yeah. Who else in this franchise that hasn't been back yet?
Or just, it doesn't have to be anybody who's necessarily been in the movies, but somebody you think would fit in well.
Ooh, what actor would fit in the Scream franchise perfectly?
There's one, and it's people probably won't agree with this, but it's just because I think she can do anything. She's already in the horror field. I'd love to see Lin Shaye come in, because she's such a versatile actress. Can you imagine having an old lady killer? She would do that so well.
Well, now that I'm thinking about it, we don't know who. Well, I know that answer, but we don't. You guys never get to see Stu's parents ever.
Exactly.
Because she could be. What was she with Stu's mother or grandma?
What if, it could easily be Stu's mom now, because I know she's sort of like 70s, 80s, isn't she? So she's at that sort of age that Stu's mom probably would be. Yeah. I think that would be a fucking, excuse my language, great move. I would love to see her in that franchise. She played really well.
I think Fear of Omega would fit that perfectly too. Right, Ro? There's could be somebody, or Patrick Wilson as some type of character. I think it would be great.
That would be cool. That would be really cool. So yeah, we've got a couple of ideas for videos just from this stream. I think
we'll have to do a full video of what actors we would. Sydney Sweeney in the opening.
I mean, you never know.
Well, Ghostface would aim for both her boobs if she did that. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, true. Very true. You had to take it there. Gotta.
I know. I had to go there.
I'm not even going to try and pronounce that last name. I'm not going to lie. I don't even know who this
is. I do know what you mean. I've seen his movies. Eli, he would be perfect if in the right role.
I might know him by face, so bear with me. I'm going to Do 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 do. Carry on talking. I don't want to hum.
Um, you,
Dust.
you know.
Oh, I
Um,
know who he is. Yes, I do know who that is. Very good choice.
I could have seen. I know this is a long shot. I could have seen. You know how Robert England plays that type of role in
Mm.
like Urban Legend and stuff?
Mm.
I could see him as a professor of some sorts. Just as a quick little
Mm.
cameo. But maybe not as a big character, but as a Urban Legend type character would be cool.
Interesting.
I'm just
That
trying
is
to I'm
interesting.
just trying to think of some horror people that would fit that type of
Mm.
Scream's vibes.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting to theorize, but it does leave us room for many more videos.
We could
So
do a full view on that, and I could give my
we
full
could.
answers on that.
We definitely could. So, with that being said, I'm going to start wrapping it up now. We've been on for over an hour. I'm in a
Oh
little
hell
bit of pain, so I kind of just want to go and sort
yeah.
myself out before work tomorrow. But I just want to thank everybody for showing up. At one point, we had 15 of you in, which is great. Always love seeing those kind of numbers. Thank you, Johnny, if you're still here for the super chat.
Yeah,
Really
thank you, Johnny.
appreciate it. And thank you, everybody, for just coming in and supporting. If you do want to see more Ice Cream Sunday lives, let me know, because I always enjoy doing things like this. I've got a couple more lives planned. So we will be having a Halloween special. It will be a dress up special. So I will be on camera again. Kyle will
I
be joining me. I've asked Davey and I've asked Shay. I think they'll join me as well.
for sure.
What were you going to say?
I forgot what I was gonna say. When she appears in cameras, I think it should be like special occasions,
Yeah.
special accents like that, so it doesn't get
Yeah,
it makes it special when you do it.
that's my whole thing. That's what I like doing. I feel comfortable going on camera, dressed up, not quite looking myself, just because it just makes me feel a little bit
All
more
those I love your
comfortable.
many I didn't get to really talk about your pretty makeup when I was with you because I had to go off, but your makeup looked amazing. I did like your hat and your pretty getup.
Thank you. So if Kyle was actually supposed to be in that stream, unfortunately he fell ill just before
Yeah,
and wasn't very
wasn't
well for a little
myself
bit.
that day either. So
No,
because
you
of the health
weren't.
stuff.
You weren't. I came in and I could tell he wasn't quite himself. So
Which
um
is sad because I had a good Randy getup that was so
you
accurate.
you did, and you were looking forward to it as well.
I was because it was Wes Craven.
But we have the Halloween one, so
Oh
we'll
yeah,
make it probably a
and
2 hour
M knows
special.
what I'm gonna add to that costume. That'll be very special for people,
Yes,
especially
I
who are
do.
actually fans of that show. If you're a fan of the Tutu show, no, I'm just kidding.
Barbie on Ice. If you're fans of Barbie on Ice, you're gonna love his
Barbie on
scar.
Ice, Barbie on Ice. You want me part of that too.
But
But
we've
no,
got that coming up. So
it's gonna be something that's part of an iconic show that you guys loved a long time.
yes, so it's
You
very
seem like
cool.
Greg could be hinted at what it could be.
So it will be on Halloween. So if you guys are free, please do jump in as always, because it's always fun to see you. Before we go, Kyle, do you want to just say what you've got coming up, where people can find you, and all of that jazz?
So you can find me on Flet's Movies and Pop Culture 13 on YouTube, Twitter, which is X now, but Instagram. I got 3 huge interviews coming up, which I can't wait to share with you guys. This person is interested in getting connected. I'm looking forward to that. Just I have to wait till as I get closer to promote the movie, but I'm looking forward to that one. I did drop a spoiled episode where I discussed the Valentine from 2001. It's the series that M asked me to do. It's because trailers these days, especially Screen 5 and 6, spoil the plot, spoil the trailer, spoil the killer and other things, and some of the killers actually. So I went back to watch old trailers back in the day when you first saw them back in those when they first came out and see if they spoiled you for anything. A lot of the Scream trailers from 1, 2, and 3 did not spoil nothing. Thank goodness. And even I did Urban Legend, now Valentine. Not Urban Legend. It was Usual Suspects, and Valentine so far did not spoil the twist of who the killer was. So that was very cool. Go check that out. And then I'll be doing more gaming streams. I do have another gaming stream I do plan later this week. Might be the Friday the 13th or Texas Chainsaw, because I have done Killer Clowns and the Thing so far. I'm going to do a part 2 to that. So continue where we left off. So, and then of course I do have plans. Me and Megan from Meg's Movies are doing a part 2 of our favorite scenes in cinema.
Awesome.
Because there's more to talk about. And then Lauren from Analyzing Horror will be doing a stream on something soon as well. And then
Awesome.
Splattercast, I think in October, we'll be just doing something John Carpenter stuff. So there's a lot to look forward to on both our channels. Of course, me and Horror will be doing launching our podcast.
Yes, we will. So we've got a lot coming up. Me personally, I have a lot of stuff planned for spooky season. You are going to be seeing me upload quite a lot, and you are going to be like, stop, I don't want to watch this. You're doing too much. However, I have got plenty of top 10s. I've got a watch party with Davey and Kyle coming up. I have some documentaries. I've nearly finished one of them, which will be out on October the 1st. So keep your eyes out for that. It is going to be a busy month, and I hope that you all join along. As I said, we will be having live streams. We'll be doing a watch party, a Halloween fancy dress special. So please do come and join us if you are able to. But there is a lot coming. So.
And there's a lot coming from mine too. I figured there's other things I got planned in October as well.
Yes.
That's why I said it. So
spooky season, baby.
It's gonna be the biggest month for both of us, I think.
October's always a busy month, so I thought, why not get out as much as I possibly can? And I've got some great stuff. Kyle's got some great stuff. So thank you.
Because we're both on the journey to 1,000 now. Because you and me are both. I'm at 907. I'm at
904.
904. So we're both kicking ass together. So we're both on our way to 1,000. So if we can reach 1,000 at the similar times, that'd be cool.
That would be awesome.
Even the same stream would be cool.
That would be awesome. Eli says, have a great day / night, everyone. You too, Eli. I will be adding you as a mod, so thank you very much. Slackwolf says, I can't wait till Horror gets to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that, because I'll just go into a very quick rant right now. I started my channel literally just over a year ago. I took a little break at the beginning of the year because of a big move that I was doing from moving house. So I have started to get back into the swing of things, but I appreciate any support that I get, because I do really love it. I'm not doing it for the money, for the subscribers or anything like that. I'm just doing it because I love it. But to see subscribers coming in and to see my community that has sort of started to build up is a great thing. So thank you so much.
And congrats to Em, because Em means a lot to me. She is an awesome friend and my awesome YouTube partner in crime. And we've done amazing stuff together. More to come. More memories to come.
Definitely.
And she's been one of my biggest supporters too, especially the 4 years I've lost a couple of channels before this because of hacking crap. So, and for me, I started this as my passion, and too as well. I wanted to discuss movies, my favorite movies, to interview the people I grew up watching those movies, and I'm finally able to get the community, and then I got a bonus the community I built because of that. It's been an amazing journey as well. Now we're both on our way to 1,000.
Yeah, it's just nice to see you guys, and I don't ever think it goes unnoticed, or that I don't appreciate the support, because I genuinely do. So comments like that bring a bit of a smile to my face. So
it makes it more fun doing this, because
it does. To know that people enjoy watching what you do is just a lot of fun. Gory Tiger says, what's up? What is up, Gory? You are literally catching us towards the end of the stream. We are just wrapping it up, but feel free to go back and watch if you do have any theories or anything that you think should be discussed. Pop it in the comments, and we'll always have a good conversation there. Oracle says, see you guys later. Can't wait for the next live stream. Neither can we. It's always so much fun.
Ghostface is sticking your tongue out at everything. So,
but it's always fun.
He's having a good time too.
He is. He's loving life. I think he's a bit high though, dude. You need to bring him down.
Yeah, he might actually start having a stone face.
I might do. But with that being said, thank you guys for coming. I have been Horror. Kyle has been Kyle, and we will see you in the next video.
Cheers,
Take care, guys. Bye.
Bye.